in our world, there are people who look at the process of life and humanity, the economic system, the social system, the cultural system, as a sort of Darwinian ecosystem, survival of the fittest or the best or the most powerful or the most capable, and including organizationally and including nations, meaning looking at the world as a competitive environment in which the only safety is constant subjugation of other, or feeding on other, diminishment of other, or empowerment of oneself and one's process, or having more money than other, having more market share than other, having more technology than other, or even more weaponry than another. More capacity to cause harm is a part of this process. So we would suggest that seeing the human ecosystem, the human life process as an ecosystem, is not an optimally healthy way to look at it, because in all ecosystems you have processes of predation occurring constantly. One thing feeding on another to the diminishment of other, insensitively to other, and arriving at an ecosystem sort of balance of everything feeding on everything else that's actually not all that gentle or kind when it's experienced, if we're the one that's felt to be fed upon by other, more powerful other. So we would suggest that in terms of our developing a new process of life for humanity that is far more sustainable than our current one, that we have not as of yet mapped the territory of our world. We haven't actually seen it as it is, nor have we imagined it as it could be in the future. So at this time, we would suggest that if we were to look at it as an ecosystem with dynamics of ongoing checks and balances and limitation and regulation, that if we were to see that as the best that we could possibly have achieved as a species on this planet, that we'd look constantly at systems of governance and growth and profit and values and priorities and physical and technological and social developments that we then operate within. We might call those cities or nations. We might assume that there's some way to balance all of that and keep it balanced, constantly competing with itself, constantly at odds with ourselves, constantly feeding on each other, and just doing so, and constantly in conflict with each other, and just assuming that that is somehow natural, or that's somehow the way life should be, because that's the way it operates in the ecosystem, or that's the way we developed as tribes, or that's just the way life is, or we've had wars in the past up until now, therefore supposedly we can or should have wars in the future. We would suggest that we can reinterpret our entire environment comprehensively if we choose to, and redefine it, remap it, reimagine it, transform where we are in the present moment, and turn it into something far more beautiful, healthy, wholesome, harmonious with the natural world, and culturally and nationally and internationally far more peaceful and harmonious and sustainable than it is in this moment.